I do believe we are live. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to check on my phone. In case we are live.
Hold on, I don't think we are yet.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we are live.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Modern on Wednesdays in Gamersworld.
Weekly Wednesdays.
Weekly Wednesdays. Is that what it's called now?
I guess. Wednesday Weekly Modern.
Yeah.
Sure, all good.
That sounds good.
Welcome to Weekly Wednesday Modern.
Who are you?
In Gamersworld, I'm Eamon Jones.
I'm Will Tolan.
We're here looking for Modern, waiting for Treasure Cruise to be unbanned. That's what we're doing. It's just been banned. We're like, when will it be unbanned? That's what we're waiting for here.
And we're also waiting for this game to start.
Yes, absolutely. It looks like we have,
It's McKaylee on the left who will be playing
I presume, some Jonder junk, something
Yes.
with value and red and black,
Yeah.
or green and black.
Green Black X, yeah. Possibly just straight Green Black. And he's going to be playing against
Who's it look like?
Scott, I think it is.
Gosh. What's he playing?
I don't know, because...
You don't, because you have to find him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, it's
Oh, it's
Matthew.
Matthew. And Matthew is on the rack.
He is. He's been playing this for a while. He's been actually doing a fun thing, which is splashing white for cards like Lingering Souls, Path to Exile, things like this. I really dig it. I think
Yeah.
that's a good way of going. Personally, I'm a massive fan of Lingering Souls right
Yeah.
now. I think it's like the best.
Yeah, you can get some value out of it.
Absolutely.
You know, when you both have to discard from Liliana and things like that.
Oh, it's the best. So yeah, we can see. I'll actually call out Matthew's deck because it's pretty interesting. It's 4 Ensnaring Bridge, 4 Rack, 4 Shrieking Affliction, 1 Waste Knot, 4 Path to Exile, 3 Liliana the Veil, 4 Wrench Mind, 4 Raven's Crime, 3 Lingering Souls, 3 Blackmail, 2 Inquisition and Kozilek, 2 Thoughtseize. What is Blackmail?
Blackmail is like they reveal 3 cards, I think it is. You get to choose one of them, and they discard that.
Weird.
Single black. It's okay, like.
Yeah, okay. I can dig that. I can get behind that. I mean, if it's a single black, sure, that's just what you've got to do.
I'm almost certain that's what it is.
Let's
Let's have a little look, yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, has McKaylee given us a list?
No, he hasn't.
I presume it's one from last week. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have those.
Oh, it's the Goif Gifts deck.
oh
Do you remember?
yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this deck.
So 4-color Goif Gifts.
Yes, but that doesn't quite do the deck justice. But yeah, I mean, it gets a lot of value from having Goif and gifts in the same.
Yeah, I mean, there's you have all the stuff there. You got creatures, artifacts, instant sorceries. You got the whole lot. Probably planeswalkers somewhere as well.
I presume a
Maybe.
Liliana. He's a big fan of his Liliana. He's got his Tasker, which is also, I think,
It's kind of like a mixture between a planeswalker and a Goif.
yes, absolutely.
And McKaylee's fresh off a win in the was it
PP
Galway
it
or
was a
Limerick?
Limerick PPTQ.
Yeah, and he was playing I think it was the bug control in standard.
Yes. Sultai now.
Or yeah,
I know
Sultai.
we have to get dragged along. We have to move with the times.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
it seems like a strong deck. He's a big fan of that. So what's in his hand?
Knight
so
of
it's
the Reliquary.
got his Knight of the
Gifts.
Reliquary. He's got his gifts.
I think he has a Goif
Noble
there.
Hierarch as
oh,
well.
it's Noble Hierarch.
Judge
yeah,
Foil, Noble
Yeah.
Hierarch.
But of
Just
course,
because.
but of course.
Why not? Okay, Hey, my internet finally started. Yeah, Blackmail from 9th edition. And Onslaught. Because that's a card that needed a reprint. Fantastic. So, yeah. We're going to see now Matthew leading off with a Swamp and a
Raven's Crime.
Good old Raven's Crime.
Yeah, quality card.
Player
So
discards card, and it's got
retrace.
retrace for so where you discard a land, you get that card back to your hand, and
Yeah.
you get to just cast it from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Solid card used with a lot of land strategies in order to just completely strip away opponent's hand.
Yeah, life from the loam, keep getting back land, keep making them discard.
Look at that, isolated
Wrench
chapel
Mind.
into Wrench Mind.
Tasty.
Now this is going to be a tough one.
It's
Now,
possible. It's possible he has an artifact. No, he's discarding
Lingering
Lingering
Souls.
Souls and something.
See, this is a funny one because it's both good
Liliana,
and
I
bad from
believe.
Michaelia, because it makes his Tassigers and his Geis way better.
Yeah.
And his not so much his 9 Reliquary right now, but it could eventually. Yeah, blackmail. Target player reveals 3 cards from his or her hand and chooses one. That player discards the card. You're absolutely right.
It's pretty decent, I have to say.
I'm actually finding, the more I think about it, we can see McKayle's got 2 cards in hand. And I mean, for a lot of the game, that's going to be how it is.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to have 1 or 2 cards in hand, and then blackmail is just a free Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
That's fair, I dig it. I'm on board. Now, this Knight of the Reliquary is going to receive some problems, but I think I can see a Path to Exile in Matthew's hand, and this is the difference between splashing this white. Okay, so he's going to get down the rack.
Here comes the rack.
He's going to pass turn.
So, little chink of damage there.
He's going to see now what McKayle can get off the ground.
So, he probably wants to go for it as much as possible.
Yeah, I think you just have to keep on hitting because...
I believe that is 4 damage coming across.
Yeah,
Passing the turn. So what is McKayle holding up here?
must be instant sorties. I mean,
He has a land, I think, anyway.
yeah, I understand getting rid of the lingering souls,
Yeah,
but I don't really like it. I like getting it. You need to get as much stuff on the ground as possible. Go really really wide.
another Inquisition. So
And there's gifts and land. Like that gift was uncastable.
oh, yeah, sorry, he can't take the gifts because it's 4 mana.
yeah.
Can you get the golf dice out of that bag? You may
This,
need it.
this one?
Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
Is that it?
There you go.
So this Inquisition is doing nothing now. Matthew still has cards in hand, so maybe he'll be able to. What's he casting? A Liliana, maybe?
Okay,
No, an
ensnaring
ensnaring bridge.
Okay.
Massive fan of this card.
So-
It's very difficult.
So McKayle is going to gifts here.
Yes.
What? I don't even want to guess. I don't even want to
I'm
guess
pretty
what
sure
he could get here.
I'm pretty
like.
sure he has a package in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, multiple packages.
Multiple
I'd say.
packages, yes. So I can't remember. Does he have the Unburial Rights?
What if he-
Elishnorn?
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, it feels like that's something pretty decent, especially because the single Unburial Rights, you can cast both sides within this deck.
Decay, Snapcaster, Souls. What other goodies are there?
Abrupt Decay taking care of Ensnaring, which is a pretty big deal. It's
Yeah.
a pretty big game. So we can see Matthew. It seems like he is really hurting for that. For those kind of Path to Exile, those kind of removal spells. It's going to be something he's really looking for, I think, right now. Unfortunately, no way of digging through his deck to find them. He's
Yeah.
just kind of leaning really heavy on Ensnaring Bridge, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's not the worst card to lean heavy on.
Yeah, it is a kind of. It is a definite part of the deck. You know, you're using your cards like multiple cards a turn, and you just want to be able to constantly use your card, keep nothing back, keep playing
Absolutely.
racks, keep hating their hand, and the ensnaring bridge just keeps you safe while the rack ticks away on them and just
Absolutely.
takes them down.
I dig it. Can't remember.
Kaylee's having a real think here.
Yeah, it's. I'd argue that Gifts is probably the hardest card in Magic
Oh,
to play.
Definitely one. of them.
Arguably
Yeah.
one of the hardest cards to play. Now, it's of course very easy if you just have Unburial Rights, Elishnorn,
Yeah, if
and
that's,
that's
your,
your
if
plan.
that's your thing, like you don't have you don't branch out into other packages. Yeah,
Absolutely. But in fairness, Elishnorn is not great here. He really needs to find a way to get rid of this Ensnaring Bridge, and
very true.
I think he only has Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay is his only way of dealing with it.
So we see Loam, Rhino, Gavany, and Souls. So very, very interesting collection.
Yeah, okay.
So Matthew's probably going to have a good think about this.
Like the Rhino can't
Oh.
be through his Ensnaring Bridge.
Okay, so he's made the choice pretty quickly.
Those are the two going to the graveyard. I think that's a mistake, giving him the Lingering Souls, the extra tokens, because Matthew has to have no cards in hand for the Lingering Souls to be not able to attack.
Yeah, yeah,
That seems like a mistake.
very possible. Again, he might be confident about getting down to 0,
Yeah.
whereas maybe the 3 life from the Rhino might be
And
more important. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But at least he's split the Gavany and the Souls.
sure.
But with the Loam, he gets it back anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll actually be interesting as well because this.
Funnily enough, the Noble Hierarch can always attack.
Oh, that's true. It gets underneath the Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, it can always get in for 1.
Yeah.
That's a great point. That's pretty funny, and
Yeah.
like it kind of takes the grindiness of this
Yeah.
matchup to the extreme. But
Just gifts for the 3 other nobles and like
No, yeah.
Unburial rights noble hierarchy.
yeah, it's like it's fine. Unfortunately, gifts you have to have 3 different ones or 4 different different names.
Oh, is it different ones for gifts?
I'm almost 100%. Yeah, because
probably is.
yeah,
probably
because
is.
otherwise you're just like,
What
oh,
am I
I'll
thinking
just
of?
get
Intuition. That can be any.
Yeah.
Is that different cards as well? I'm not so sure.
no intuition is just off the top, isn't it?
No, you look for 3 cards or something like that. But that's
Oh, it
that's
is.
legacy. It's not in modern.
You're right. Yeah, I think all of those kind of effects are usually 3 different cards because
It's possible. Are you looking it up there?
I am indeed. So yeah, now we've got. See, McKaylee's getting down his Lingering Souls tokens, and he's going to be life from the loam, get back his land. So
Yeah. So yeah, they
Yeah.
do have to be different names for gifts.
intuition, yeah, any 3 cards.
Any 3 with intuition. Okay. Intuition is pretty broken.
Yeah, it's a good card. Actually, I'm kind of wondering. I just want to make sure I know the wording of Ensnaring Bridge, because
Might become relevant quite quickly here.
yeah, I mean,
Okay, so
Shrieking
Shrieking Affliction, arguably better than the rack.
yeah, in a lot of ways, but as we can see here, okay, so we see Matthew's going to be using Raven's Crime. He's just shortcutting it, throwing away his extra land. That's no good. But
That's
with
a Ghost Quarter, is it?
yeah, but with Life from the Loam,
Yeah.
that was a great play by McKaylee. Actually, getting that Life from the Loam with his gifts package, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
This-
Well, it's a pretty standard thing to get.
Yeah, no, but I mean specifically for this deck, because now he can't lose. He'll
Because
always
he-
have enough cards in hand.
That the rack won't get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Okay, so Matthew now does have no cards in hand, and yeah, he's noticed as well that
The noble could
the
keep
noble
coming
can
across,
attack. So
Oh, he's no more basics.
this is a weird one now. Matthew, yeah, I remember he was playing one of each of the basics. Matthew really has to. Let's see what's in his deck as a way of fighting through all of these. I mean, he does have his own Lingering Souls. Yeah, so what
The
Matthew,
dangerous noble is back.
oh yeah. So what Matthew can actually do is, if he gets his own Lingering Souls online,
Then he's safe
What
against the
he-
noble.
no, what he can actually do is, he can. There we go. There's the blackmail. What he can do with Lingering Souls is he can
Blackmail is able to take land, funnily enough.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He can get his own Lingering Souls on the table, and draw a card for his turn, attack with them all, use
then
the
use
card,
Very good, yeah.
so
yeah.
that his opponent can attack back.
Very cool.
Unfortunately, because McKaylee is playing his own Lingering Souls, he'll be able to block fairly effectively in
Yeah.
1-for-1. But it's just kind of what you're going to have to do.
So McKaylee is eventually going to draw an abrupt decay.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
So you see the
Here's
souls
the
from
Lingering
Matthew.
Souls, yeah. Like, Lingering Souls tokens don't match up very well against other Lingering Souls tokens. And as well, eventually, McKaylee will be able to Life from the Loam back his Gavany Township
Yeah.
if he hasn't already. I think he might have. Yeah, I think he has. He already has in hand. So he'll be able to make his tokens big enough. But he didn't play it.
Well, maybe he just wants to be absolutely certain that he's safe, not taking any damage from the rack. So he might store the cards this turn. And I'd assume next turn we'll see him actually go for something.
Okay.
He also may have another gifts.
Yeah. He's just taking the 2. Just, yeah.
Wow, okay.
I
McKaylee's got a grand plan, obviously.
I think he might just be in the. But yeah, we can see Matthew doing what he's meant to be doing, which is untap, draw a card for the turn.
Get the attack in and then play the card.
Yeah,
Oh, he's doing it straight away. Oh, Raven's Crime.
sure.
So now he can't attack.
Yes. We might have to point this out. I think I'll run out and point out that he can't attack.
Well, okay, yeah.
Unless it's they pointing it out.
No, he's not actually. Oh, they got it. They got it. They figured it out just as Eamon got out there. So Gavany, they figured it out just as you got there.
They did. They absolutely did. Which is good. It's nice to see as well. We have all these people watching. We don't want any mistakes. We don't want any fiddling about.
Be good if we had a little button.
Yeah, just there's a red light.
A light turns on. We go out.
So I'm interested to see now in what way can Matthew fight through this. So all of his racks, Liliana might be able to help. She might just be able to get him to discard 2 cards a turn, but that doesn't fight with Life in the Loam very well.
I think Michaeli's gearing up for a singular attack.
Just once he destroys Ensnaring Bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that seems fair.
He's growing his
Knight of the Reliquary, yeah.
So Knight would now be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That seems fair. Let's see. Well, I think this is the best he can do. Making his spirits so big as well. This is what I was talking about before. You make them so big that Matthew's spirits can't attack through profitably. You know, you put the game back in your favour.
Yep. Flashback coming now from Michaeli and the souls.
But once again, it's the life now. That's the only thing keeping Michaeli alive. Otherwise, this Shrieking Affliction and the rack would be doing huge amounts of damage.
Yeah.
You can see he's a bit trepidatious about putting down the extra land in his hand. He wants to keep his hand stocked, like you were saying. So there's the Mind Rot. Yeah. See, Michaeli's making sure he has 5 cards in hand at all times. Yeah, no, unfortunately Matthew's kind of in a...
Decay is eventually going to come off the top here, and it'll be lights out, I think, for Matthew.
Yeah. See, I feel like if you're Michaeli, you can take your time. You could probably start using Life in the Loam more than he is. What is that?
He has a Raven's Crime of his own.
All Raven's Crime.
Often part of the gifts packages.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Especially with the Life in the Loam. Absolutely,
yeah.
I agree. His own Raven's Crime. I've just noticed as well. Matthew just drawing gas. Just all gas. No lands. He got up to 4 lands and then just stopped drawing
Well,
lands.
that's because he's been able to discard the lands with
for his
Raven's Crime, yeah. But I think without a Mind Twist or something like that, Matthew just won't get there. The Loam just beats him. But what do we see in his sideboard? Does he have
in his sideboard, he's got 3 Stony Silence, 3 Surgical Extraction.
Okay,
3
surgical works.
Timely Reinforcements, 2 Disenchant, 2 Ratchet Bomb, 2 Torpor Orb. Surgical Extraction, it takes care of Abrupt Decay.
Well, in fact, I think I'd go for the Loam with it.
Oh, okay.
Just to ensure that Michaeli can't constantly keep his hand over the 2 or 3 card mark.
That's fair. Take away his main source of card advantage. So here's that free path because there's no more basics in Michaeli's deck. He doesn't even want to shuffle. I always shuffle. I like a nice shuffle.
There's so much shuffling though that I can understand.
No, I just stare into my opponent's eyes, shuffle the deck, and just look at him and go, no, nothing, and shuffle it again. I like a bit of randomization all the time.
Yeah, shuffling can be a very powerful effect, but doing it for no reason is...
That's a mentally powerful effect. You just gotta let him know who's boss sometimes.
The players look like they're having a little bit of banter as well. So Liliana might sit on 3. I guess it's going to plus because Liliana is actually another slow, but it is an answer. Because he can make him sacrifice half his permanents, keep doing it until he finally gets rid of an Ensnaring Bridge, or just has an Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, this is a funny one about Liliana. Sometimes you don't want it to do anything.
It's true.
There's a Waste Knot. This might break everything open. Yeah, there's that. It's Single and Burial Rights. So yeah, he's getting his Life in the Loam back. But yeah, this Waste Knot might be the thing that bursts it open. I mean, If McKaylee doesn't, is he finding?
I think it might be too late. As much as I love Waste Not, I just don't think it's going to do anything.
Well, here's the thing. What can happen is, if he can start chaining together the draw side of it, he can take multiple things off of McKaylee.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah.
Because that's the problem right now. The problem right now is he's got 5 land cards in hand, and
so
he's taking one.
He'll gain 10 mana, but he won't actually do anything.
So I was going to say what the problem with this rack deck is. A lot of the time, your opponent has no cards in hand.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because McKaylee only has land in hand, he's just getting mana.
Yeah.
Does nothing. That's unfortunate.
Another Gavney activation.
Absolutely.
So we still haven't seen a Decay hit the yard, I don't think. And there's an awful lot of cards there.
No, it's really unfortunate as well. He's got no way of... There's this... Oh, there is an Abrupt Decay. Foil one, of course.
Oh, he milled it.
Elish Norn. Yeah, this... Do you know what? This might be a thing. I mean, McKaylee's deck looks pretty low.
Yes, very good point.
Like, he might just mill himself out, having to fight off this.
I'm not sure, but he might have an Eternal Witness in there, in which case he can just burial the Witness, get the decay the bridge.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so he's flashing back on Burial Rites, getting out his Elish Norn. So he's used up that. I feel like he has or not. What's the elf again?
Reclamation?
Witness. Eternal Witness. That's actually a human shaman. Sorry, not an elf. Yeah, I think that
it is a pretty common practice for the gifts decks to have that.
Just a singleton one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think this flashing back the Elish Norn was a mistake, or getting it back with Unburial Lights.
In case he needs it for the
Eternal Witness.
Yeah. But again, we're not sure. We don't have McKaylee's list from last week, and he hasn't given us the list for this week.
I have a feeling he probably has one of. But
maybe someone in the chat remembers if you had Witness.
Yeah. Oh, are we being handed it? No. Yes, we are.
Oh,
Thank
brilliant.
you, Alex. Our lovely
Alex to the rescue.
Our lovely cameraman. Only 3 Abrupt Decay, so we know 1 is gone.
So there is no Witness.
No Witness. Not a 1.
Okay. So McKaylee does have to be careful. Oh, something happened. Was that a Lily Ultimate?
I think it was a Lily.
So he put the ensnaring bridge
and
on its own and everything else in the other pile. Brilliant. We looked away for 1 second
and the board was gone.
Just as empty like.
Although this is a funny one because
Shrieking Affliction you. Absolutely.
Yeah, the only way Matthew has of winning feels like right now is
decking McKaylee.
The opponent gets decked.
Yeah.
But because he's not under any pressure now to keep his hand full, I mean,
is there a Snapcaster from McKaylee?
There's not. No. Not a 1.
So he does have at least 1 decay. Yeah, he's 2 decays there.
Yeah, he's in.
I think he just has to be patient.
Yeah.
If he had a Horizon Canopy, that would be the one to Life from the Loan back every turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Game and match.
Okay, so
we had a special guest there.
Yeah.
One of our war gamers came in looking for a gaming mat.
Absolutely. Right, so we have. So what did he gifts for? We got a bit distracted and look at that foil.
Everything's happening at the worst time.
Yeah,
someone comes in and
nothing's happening for ages. Then
blackmail you again.
Once again, all of those
have
lands.
3 lands.
Is there a Goif in there? No, it's a Life in the Loan. Does he have it? Yeah.
Matthew just goes, whatever.
It's a weird one when the rack player is staring at an opponent who has 7 cards in hand on turn, let's say 20.
Yeah.
It's usually the problem with the rack is
Thoughtseize is good.
Yeah, usually the problem with the rack is it runs out of gas. Or it runs
Took
out
it
of
twice.
targets.
I think you take the knight there anyway.
Yeah, I think so. The knight's much bigger.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even want to know. He's probably like 15 or something crazy.
There's a lot of lands. There's another Goif off the top. Just discarding. Yeah.
Just wait for that decay. That's it. That's absolutely it.
Mm-hmm.
He should probably still be pumping his team, but I mean, he has lethal many times over. So there we go. Decay. Dead. That's the awkward game one
The
handshake.
awkward game one handshake.
Love it.
It's the worst.
But you can't not.
Yeah.
Or do you? Do you go, it's only game one, man. I'm not shaking your hand.
I just punch him right in the face. Ignore any arguments.
Did you just try to shake my hand?
What do you think this is? Some guy in a losers club? Come on, win the other two from me.
Okay, give me a deck list there, and we'll go through sideboards. You go through one, I'll go through the other.
Absolutely. Here, you can have Michaeli's, because I think
Okay.
that's one interesting one with the...
All right, so Michaeli will be bringing in Abrupt Decay.
We'll name...
Oh, I'll name them all first, yeah. He has 1 Decay, 1 Golgari Charm, 1 Batter Skull, 2 Creeping Corrosion, interesting, 1 Tech Edge, 2 Duress, 2 Siege Rhinos, 1 Obstinate Baloth, 1 Grave Titan, 1 Lingering Souls, 1 Slaughter Pact, and 1 Bajuka Bog. So,
Obstinate Baylot's hilarious.
Yeah, Obstinate Baloth will come in for sure. Decay will probably come in as well. Golgari Charm, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. It destroys enchantments.
Yeah.
And it destroys... destroy artifacts? No, just
No.
enchantments.
Regenerate your team and give -1/-1 to all creatures.
So it kills his Lingering Souls and can take away a Shrieking Affliction or something like that. I dig it. I think it's fine.
I think, is Creeping Corrosion artifacts or
Yes,
enchantments? Yeah,
artifacts.
so I would probably take in Creeping Corrosion above Golgari Charm simply because he has kind of been able to stay above
Because of the Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, so Ensnaring Bridge is the real one here. Duress, yeah, I'd probably bring in Duress.
Actually, I think of note, Matthew was pretty unlucky to not draw one of his other 4 Ensnaring Bridges over that whole game.
Very true.
Because if he had another one, I mean,
Yeah.
Michaeli's out. Yeah, you could be right about the Creeping Corrosion. It's a feel bad, though. It's a very feel bad when you're like, 4 mana to destroy your one
Well,
Ensnaring Bridge.
it might catch the rack as well. So
That's true.
you could be getting multiple things here, but I think
You do what you gotta do.
yeah, exactly. Slaughter Pact, there's no need. Bajuka Bog, there's no need. Another Lingering Souls, maybe, just to try and sneak under the, like, a 1 card in his hand kind of thing, get some damage in.
Slaughter Pack naming Ensnaring Bridge might
Lingering
be bad.
Souls is actually good to discard, so it's fine.
Yeah. Slaughter Pack naming Bridge might be...
Well, Slaughter Pact is the
It's
free removal spell. It's not your thing in Slaughter Games.
I am.
Slaughter Games would be perfect.
Yeah, I'm like, because a lot of decks have been playing that.
Yeah.
Now they've been playing it more. But damn, you're right. It is Slaughter Pact and not
Siege
Slaughter
Rhino
Games.
possibility, simply because it does 3 damage, it doesn't have to attack. So
Helix is the face. I mean, the way you're losing is by losing life due to the rack and things like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, getting that 3 might be very relevant. Yeah, you're
right, what's coming out then? Actually, let's see what's coming out.
I'm not sure how much I like the gifts package because, like you said, not having that Eternal Witness is terrible.
Yeah,
I think that's something he really needs a singleton one of. I know the deck's very full. Maybe you could take out a Knight
yeah.
or the Reliquary or a Goif or something to put in an
do
extra
you
one.
dare shave a gifts go down to 3? I'm not
No,
sure.
actually, I don't think he needs the full 4 Birds of Paradise and 4 Knight of the Reliquary. Or 4 Noble Heart, or 3 Noble. I think you
yeah,
could cut a
he's
Birds.
7 dorks. Yeah,
I think you could cut 1 Birds. Anyway.
it is nice being explosive. Let's see, what's coming out then? Path to Exile can come out.
Yes.
Maybe the Umburial Rites, Elish, and
That package,
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
You could be right to
Liliana's-
shave. Maybe you do shave on the dorks.
Liliana's not great. The dorks, yeah, seem pretty bad.
Yeah, Liliana doesn't seem to be doing an awful lot.
She seems to be doing the opposite of what you want to be doing.
Yeah. So go through Matthew's deck there.
So Matthew has 3 Stony Silence, 3 Surgical Extraction, 3 Timely Reinforcements, 2 Disenchant, 2 Ratchet Bomb, 2 Torpor Orb. I'm
What
going
do
to
you like?
happily... I think, like you were saying, the Surgical Extraction,
Yeah.
if you get rid of those Abrupt Decays,
Yeah.
I mean, you get down Ensnaring Bridge and Michaeli's kind of...
Abrupt Decay and not Lingering Souls, Life from the Loam, probably the two main targets.
You get rid of those and Michaeli's kind of in a bad shape.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have a good way of fighting this deck, and this is what the rack does. It's a different way of attacking a player, and so a lot of people don't have a good way of doing it.
Here's a piece of tech, right?
Yes.
Michaeli has Bajuka Bog in his sideboard. If he was to bring that in, right?
Okay.
and Matthew attempts to surgical extract something. He can knight of the reliquary, search for Bajuka
Bajuka
Bog,
Bog,
and exile his own graveyard. And so the surgical misses, and he still gets to keep the other pieces. It's so deep. It's so deep.
That
but
is the deepest
that could come
thing.
up.
Okay.
That could come up, though.
That's deep. But he doesn't know he has surgical extraction. If it comes up
Yeah,
game 3,
yeah.
I'll appreciate it. If he does that, I'd be like,
yeah.
Will, you called it. You got it right. I approve.
Yeah, I'd say surgical extraction is a definite. Does he need anything else? Probably not.
No, it seems like Ensnaring Bridge is the most important card in this matchup. It's going to be the real defining card.
Yeah.
Here, there's going to be a fight over it, and we've named a few cards as well that fight with it. I don't actually know how. See, that's the thing, because I like Lingering Soul so much right now, and I feel it's one of the best cards in the format. I'm liking Liliana the Veil less and less.
Yeah.
Now in this deck, in the rack deck, because you discard cards,
Yeah.
I think it's much better. But in a regular deck, I'm a bit like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it so much, especially in decks like Michaeli's here. He's playing how many copies of Liliana?
3.
3 copies. Like, feels like a mistake right now.
Kelly
Right?
actually only has one life from the loam in there.
Yeah, it's for his Unburial Rites package
Yeah,
because you get
yeah.
it into the graveyard and you're like whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so turn 1 Thoughtseize revealing 2 Knights of the Reliquary, Lingering Souls, Batter Skull, and is that a Creeping Corrosion? Like Obstinate Bailoff. Yeah, you can never take that out. This is awful for Matthew, him having that Obstinate Bailoff in hand, because now things like Raven's Crime, all of those are just like, oh, here's my free 5/5.
He does have to be very careful.
With effectively haste. Like,
Yeah. Good point. Very good point. So you can see he has the Raven's Crime there, so he can't use it. Okay, he's just going to use it.
Okay.
I'll eat my words.
Yeah, he's got Pat's
yeah,
Exile.
he has the
in hand.
backup. All right, but he's still taking a chunk here. What is it, 4? And he's gained 4 life.
Surely he should have taken 2 from his Godless Shrine to Path
Immediately.
to not take, like, you lose 3 less life.
Yeah.
That was a
I
mistake.
guess he doesn't want to ramp Michaeli either, because Michaeli would have been able to untap and play
Yeah,
either
but he's-
Souls or Knight.
No, but he's gonna have. Okay, maybe, yeah. Okay, I appreciate that. That's fair. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Oh, we saw the Grave Titan come in for Michaeli.
He's a Grave Titan.
Yeah,
Oh, he
in the
does.
sideboard, yeah.
Madness. That's very strange. Maybe he took out enough cards that he felt were bad, that he said, no.
Maybe he feels that he's only going to get like one bite of the cherry, if you know what I mean. He needs a one big swing after he gets a decay, just in case there's another one out, or
See,
another one gets put out.
but I feel like he might have made room by a lot of these decks. What they do is they take out the gifts package, which I hope he hasn't done, because you need to get that life now, and that's
Yeah.
going to be your absolute godsend.
We can see. I'm not
Shrieking
sure.
Affliction and one of the cards.
Yeah,
Anyway.
what was the other card, do you think?
Didn't see. He's got 4 cards in hand.
Does he run Urborg? It kind of looked like Urborg.
No. He runs a Dakmore Salvage.
Oh, maybe that was it.
I dig it. I dig it.
Okay, so Rhino.
Siege Rhino.
It's really taken every format by storm, hasn't it?
There's a Liliana. Yes. Everything. Well, no. It's taken 2 formats by storm. It hasn't. Has it seen playing Legacy?
Yeah, it's in Legacy.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, recurring Nightmares decks and stuff
No
like that. Yeah,
way.
Caleb Durward has been championing
Not
it.
recurring Nightmare.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Not in Legacy. It's not legal in Legacy.
Yeah, it is.
Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah,
No.
I'm almost certain.
Can't be.
Yeah,
Recurring Nightmare has to be banned in Legacy, right? That's like.
it costs a lot of mana to use.
Yeah, I get that, but it's insane. Have you ever played with that card?
Yeah. It's my pack one, pick one in Legacy Cube.
Oh yeah, every time. I actually, we played our cube there on Monday. I got it with Baleful Strakes. Let's see, hold on, Recurring Nightmare. Let's see, where is it? Oracle Printed, Ruling, Sets and Legality. I know we're talking about a card completely unrelated to what's happening on the field. So yeah, that Liliana the Veil came down, took care of that Siege Rhino, but Michaeli able to follow it up with a Lingering Souls and a Tarmogoyf. Once again, we're seeing, without that Ensnaring Bridge, I mean, it's pretty grim.
Yeah.
Let's see, formats. It
Michaeli-
is legal in Legacy, you're right.
Michaeli's now hellbent though.
I dig it.
So he's going to be taking 3 turns, pretty quick clock.
Siege Rhino in vintage. Not yet, buddy. Not yet. I've always thought about this though. I've been watching more of the vintage Super League, and all I can think is, one of these days, one of these guys is going to come in with a green Stompy deck that just can't lose. Because everyone's playing all of these like dodgy, countery things and whatever, and it's really marginal.
Yeah.
But they'll have like 4 mental missteps that do nothing against his opponent because all of his things cost 2 or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so killing the Liliana.
So that was probably the spirits at Liliana and the Goyf coming across at Matthew, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Like that look at it. That guy's a 5/6. Is it
Liliana,
more?
Liliana,
6/7.
yeah.
Oh, grim. The grimace is real. Look at those upside down spirits. Yeah, Michele will fix that. He's a man who likes to have everything correct.
He does, yeah. Very exact.
Which is something I like. So yeah, able to path away that Goyf. Once again, these lingering souls are going to be tough. What's in?
Bash, bash, bash.
What's
Bash.
that last card in his hand? I mean, he really has to get in Snarling Bridge right now.
Wow. Nice 2 cards.
What are they?
Gifts and Liliana.
Gifts and Liliana, Mind Rot. Yep,
okay.
game.
Matthew's shaking the hand. Good game.
Yeah,
Good
it's just
game.
really without that in Snarling Bridge. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
it makes a huge difference. Maybe, what about like Idyllic Tutor or something like that? Is that going a bit too... I mean, it's a 3-mana tutor, but...
it might be a bit too deep.
Yeah. Is that enchantment or is it an artifact and enchantment? There's Fabricate anyway. Fabricate, all that's blue.
See, maybe he wants to be running maybe 2 board wipes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he wants.
I definitely like that.
Just you've got
At least as a sideboard option.
Sure.
Couple damnations.
Or yeah, Wrath of God. Like
Even,
he's got
do you know
white.
what's even good? Mutilate.
Yes.
Mutilate is excellent.
Absolutely. I can get behind that because we can see he just gets steamrolled. I mean, those Path to Exiles can only do so much.
Yeah.
Especially if they're foil like Michele has. Yeah, we can see there he took out the Raven's Crime, the 2 Path to Exile, and 2 Lilianas.
Yeah.
Only taking out 2, I would have taken out the extra Liliana. I mean, 3 seems like they all seem terrible.
Yeah. That's kind of true. Maybe Michele is just loves Liliana so much he can't take them.
he's like,
take them all out.
Yeah, I brought in the extra Rupke, the Grave Titan, the extra Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
He didn't sideboard like we thought very much at all.
Well, he did.
Oh.
Well, we didn't call the Batter Skull, but we called and we didn't call the Grave Titan, but we called the other stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, he did bring in a Golgari Charm. He did bring in Creeping Corrosion actually.
Yeah.
So we were kind of right and kind of wrong.
I'm going to stick by
So
I don't
Matthew did exactly as we thought though, the 3 surgicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, I mean, it almost even feels like with this matchup, it's mulligan till you hit it Snarling Bridge. I mean, it's get Shane on next. The chat has spoken. Every week we get a person who is always calling for Shane. Makes me not want to put on Shane. No, I love Shane. I love him to bits. He's, I'd argue, the best affinity player in the shop.
Well, he's the best of the players that actually play Affinity, but I'm sure that one of our top players, if they picked up
Niels or someone,
exactly,
yeah. No, I like I said, when I'm going to say best Affinity player, means someone who plays Affinity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Shane is excellent though.
Yeah, he's getting better. Once he, of course, is doing the right thing. He has his English mocks tomorrow. He's in here playing Magic.
Yeah,
I like your style, Shane.
he was out reading his books just before we kicked off.
Learning poetry.
So
bits.
probably in between every round, be doing a little bit of study.
Yes, absolutely.
Fair play to him. You gotta stay in school, don't do drugs, etc.
Wait, I did the opposite of that, and I'm here doing commentary. Fantastic. So yeah.
Can we have a little look at spoilers while we've got a little break here? I saw some some interesting ones.
Someone saying we don't know how to play gifts, and against the rack you keep it because it's an instant draw 2, and it's like, we know. That's why we're saying he shouldn't take it out. We were wondering what he takes out. I was saying how a lot of these decks, they sometimes take out the gifts package because it's too slow, but in the rack it's perfect. It gets his life in the loam into his graveyard and a bunch of other things. So, shut up.
Don't be telling our chat to shut up, Aiden.
Just that one guy.
Oh, we have another deck list. What's your score?
Late homework.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Grixis Delver.
Grixis Delver.
Oh. Cool.
All right,
I like it.
I'm going to quickly go through some of the...
New spoilers.
yeah, so we've got...
You haven't talked about this Narset.
No, Narset. 4 mana, 2, a blue and a white. Comes in at 6 loyalty, which
That's
is
a lot.
just
A
ridiculous,
huge
really.
amount.
+1. Look at the top card of your library. If it's non-creature, non-land, you can reveal it and then put it into your hand. So, in a control deck, you're going to have a lot of land. You're not going to have many creatures, so it's probably...
You have your eyes on anyone for next?
Next up,
I like Mark's Grixis
do we have the
Delver.
pairings?
Not yet. There's like one game finishing
Yeah,
this, so
definitely.
Mark
Grixis Delver, whoever Mark is playing, and he's 1-0 as well.
Cool.
Perfect. My phone has just shut off. Can we use that little
Absolutely.
tablet to have a look?
I've actually got her memorized. So it's +1 if you look. You get to look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery, you get to put it into your hand.
Non-land.
No,
non-creature.
non-land, non-creature.
Yeah.
Yes. So, or is it non? Hold on, let me.
So let's
I
see.
haven't actually memorized it.
Artifacts, enchantments, instants, and sorceries.
Yes.
Planeswalkers.
Yes.
So there's a good chance it's going to hit.
Yeah, you'll have made your deck pretty correct. I'm going to assume it's either land or it's either non-land or bust in your deck because
Pretty much,
you're not
pretty
going to
much.
have creatures.
Yeah.
Maybe a Snapcaster Mage.
So
yes, I do imply that this is modern playable. Can't stop me.
It's pretty reasonable
Yeah.
so far.
-2.
-2.
When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, it gains rebound.
Okay.
So I dig this. Of course, everyone is going off the deep end and being like, rebound your treasure cruise, draw 6 cards,
Ooh.
bestest, or else rebound your board wipe. Now, because here's the thing, it is only -2. Even after she minuses,
Yeah.
it still leaves her on 4 loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, this,
And in fact, I think it's better. Like Chandra, if you remember one of the older Chandras, she had -2 copy.
Yes.
A spell. I think rebound is actually better.
yes.
The fact that they get a turn, and then you get. I think they get a turn with rebound.
Yeah, what happens is you cast a spell,
Yeah.
it goes into graveyard, they get a turn, then it goes back to your turn, and it rebounds.
Yeah. So yeah, it is definitely better
Yeah, so
for
you've got
control anyway.
Yeah, you cast your board wipe, your end hostilities. They go, okay, you wipe my board. What can I do this turn?
Yeah.
I can't advance my board again.
Reverberate.
Okay, pass
Yeah.
turn.
Mittermacht got that. Chandra had reverberate. That's right.
Absolutely. And here's the last part. -9. You get an emblem with your opponent can't cast non-creature spells. Pretty great.
That is pretty good.
If you're starting to take over the game. See, this is something I like. People are kind of like, but if you're in a control mirror and you get enough time to +1 a bunch of times and then ultimate, you've probably won anyway. That's true. But what this does that's fantastic is it tells your opponent, yes, I've won. The game is over. We can stop playing and move on to the next round. Because a lot of these control mirrors, people just keep going and going and they've got no cards in hand. One person is so far ahead, but they just keep going because they're like, yeah, whatever. I'll
Yeah.
wait till I die. And it's like, no, that's a big mistake people make. You need to quit while you're behind, go to the next round, try and win one because you're just not. You're just wasting time. But I dig it. I think it's very good. I think you have to build a deck around it. It's going to have to be blue-white. Maybe Esper.
Yeah. Blue white X.
To be able to talk about Esper because you get Crux of Fate then as well. You get another board wipe. That might.
Oh, for standard.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe even for modern. You like.
Well, I think 4 is a pretty reasonable cost. I think it is, like, from a casting cost point of view and the loyalty it comes in, it's definitely modern playable.
Yeah.
The +1 is reasonable. -2 is good, but I'd need to see it being abused to be absolutely sold on it.
Yeah.
And again, the -9 is pretty much game ending. If you're a control deck, creatures are what you're good at killing,
Yes.
and you don't have to worry about any spells.
Yeah.
So it is pretty much a win.
It's fun with that.
It's possible it's a sideboard card even. I'm not sure.
I think it's
I'm
a
not
two.
ruling it out. That's for sure.
I
though.
think it's a 2 of. I think it has to be seen. I know Dave C has a lot of reservations about it, but I'm like,
He has reservations about
everything, yeah. But I like to think that there's probably.
And sometimes I think he just likes a little argument anyway.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing. So yeah, I like this.
Okay, so choose another card. Let's try get another couple in before the next round.
What's one I'm interested in? We have Evolving Wilds back. Hooray! Go team.
Yeah.
The art's sweet as well.
Yeah, cool.
So
I think he's okay.
this
guy.
Cologan.
Yeah.
Now, I misread him. A few other people did as well.
Okay.
I thought it was any card. It's only creature cards.
Yeah, it's only creatures. Yeah.
So I'll read them out. It's or her Dragon Lord Cologan.
Yeah.
It's
Do you want that?
we have that Mark.
Huh?
Mark.
Mark.
Parents' name, so do you want
Mark Bigot is his name.
that? Take it, yeah?
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
So it's 4 a black and a red. Legendary creature Elder Dragon. The Elder Dragons
yes,
are back.
Delighted.
So good.
They were one of my first loves in Magic. The Elder
of course.
Dragon Legends.
They were all terrible, but you were like,
They
they're
were
so
certainly
big.
were not all terrible.
Okay, there was 2 good ones. A lot
Well,
of them were
aside,
terrible.
Aside from being gigantic, which was really good back then.
Yeah, of
anyway,
course.
There were a couple of good abilities on a couple of them.
Sure.
But
It's Francesco and Mark.
brilliant. Francesco versus Mark. This should be a nice game.
So this guy, he's 4 a black and a red, flying haste, 6/5. Other creatures you control have haste. And whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker spell with the same name as a card in their graveyard, that player loses 10 life. That last part making it EDH unplayable.
Yeah.
It does give all your
An
stuff haste.
Elder Dragon that can just really never be played in
No,
EDH.
he could-
I mean, he's still okay. He gives all your guys haste.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie. It's not great. It's not huge, but it's fine. It's there. But anyway, the
6/5 flying haste that gives all your guys haste for 6 mana is pretty reasonable.
yeah, it is. So, but this other part, I think the big thing is the quote a lot of people have about, for example, let's say the biggest creature in the format, Siege Rhino, is they always come in 2s or 3s. They come in herds.
Yeah.
So if you've
absolutely.
got a way of killing one and getting this guy down, they're like, okay, I can cast a Siege Rhino and I'll lose 10 life.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
I'm like, it's weird. There's not many creature decks right now. It's kind of a problem. Even the like red white aggro, and I use aggro in a million quotation marks because it's a control deck really at heart. Doesn't play that many creatures, and even the things that play creatures are token generators.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have a quick request to talk about the kind of command card.
Oh, the blue-white command. Sure. We'll take a look at this one. So the thing I'm most excited about this is there's going to be a bunch of commands, and I'm looking forward to some of them, especially the blue-black one. I like this. So anyway,
Yeah. So
Ojutai's command. Do you want to?
Ojutai.
Yeah.
Ojutai. So choose 2. Return target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is an instant, bear in mind, so that's already pretty good. You gain 4 life. That's another ability. You gain 4 life, or counter target creature spell, or draw a card. So all of these are good. All of these abilities are good.
Yeah, some better than others. I think a lot of the time you're going to be wanting it to be counter target creature spell and draw a card.
Yeah.
You want it to be that sort of, and it draws a lot of comparison to Cryptic Command. Funny enough, it being 2 colors, easier to splash than the triple blue of Cryptic Command.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. I don't think it's good enough for modern. Like I said though, with standard right now is standard's not actually very creature heavy. You know, it's really not. I mean, a lot of the cards are just super efficient by themselves, and
Yeah.
it might be good enough. It's a kind of a getcha card. Maybe it's a 2 of. This is also a blue, a white, and 2 colors. It is 4 mana.
Yeah.
So
let's see. In your standard red, white, blue control deck, for modern now I'm thinking, not for standard. Can you see this getting in place? Let's see. You can get back a Snapcaster, Wall of Omens, or you can gain 4 life, which you sometimes need to do.
Sure.
Counter a creature spell, so yeah, it's kind of a 4 mana piece of removal, which is okay. Draw a card. Obviously, you pretty much want to add draw a card to whatever of the other
other ones, yeah.
Look at me. I am the captain.
So yeah. Oh, because we have the players have started.
Okay.
We
so
have
if you-
Cleek, Spell Snare, Seachrome Coast, Hallowed Fountain, Tech Edge, Plains, and 1 mystery card that I could not see.
That's an F&M click. Yeah. not a Judge Foil click, which is worth more, which myself and Cully have one of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's quite nice.
So polluted Delta from Mark,
So we're going to see.
fetching immediately,
I assume he's going to be getting out.
shocking himself to 17.
Just this is pure Grixis, just complete abandon. Wants to get out his creatures and kill Francesco.
So
as soon
what
as
we want to
possible.
see here is a Delver, isn't it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we want to see a blind flip, holding up Remand.
Yeah.
Reveal. No, you don't want to reveal Remand. Reveal Bolt.
Yes.
Hold up
absolutely.
Remand.
Or terminate.
Thought Scare. Okay.
Yeah, so this is what he's trying to do. He's really going overboard on. He wants to get one of his Tassikers into play.
Oh, cool.
The aim of this game is turn 2 Tassiker. We want to make it a straight up better Goif.
Do you prefer doing that at end of turn? Maybe.
Is Thoughtscour instant?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'll actually read out Mark's deck. It's 4 Delver of Secrets, 3 Snapcaster Mage, 4 Young Pyromancer, 3 Tassiger, 2 Electrolyze, 4 Lightning Bolt, 3 Mana Leak, 2 Murderous Cut, 2 Remand, 2 Spell Snare, 1 Terminate, 3 Thought Scour, 4 Gataxian Probe, 4 Serum Visions, and 1 Inquisition of Kozilek.
we might be seeing a Tasker right now.
Turn 2 Tassiger. This is actually, I gave him a Lendable Tasker for tonight.
Nice.
He was quite happy. He was like, does anyone have a Tasker? I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, oh,
It is a turn
there we
2
go.
Tasker.
For
Holding
1
up.
mana.
Is that a summer magic? Is it the island?
No, they're Black Border, I think.
They're not. No.
Are they not?
No.
I don't. Would
No,
Mark?
no. I
Would
don't
Wiggles
think it is.
have them? No.
It's just a nice looking revised one, I'd say.
Yeah. Do we have Francesco's?
I don't think so. I think I saw him writing it out, so I might actually just nip out there and see if he has it.
Sure.
You hold the fort there.
I will indeed. So we're going to see a Seacrum Coast here from Francesco, and he's got his polluted Delta here. I mean, it's an awkward one. He's just passing the turn back. This Tasker is quite difficult to deal with. We only have really Path to Exile as an efficient way of dealing with it quickly, and Francesco just doesn't seem to have it here. Oh yeah, it's Francesco's playing that Band Control deck, so it's really mostly blue, white, splashing green. Okay, there's that Spell Snare taking care of that Young Pyromancer, which is pretty good. Young Pyromancer can get out of control. I feel like right now decks are less prepared for it because of the old blue-red Delver deck taking a downward turn. People less prepared to fight with it because they just don't think it's a thing anymore. Do we have Francesco's?
We have a bunch of the ones from last week, so it's very possible that we have Francesco's, alright?
Yeah.
So, did you see the Spell Snare on the Young Pyro?
I did, yeah.
God, I love Spell Snare. Sometimes it does nothing, though. It's giving
But
out about
sometimes it's the best
it.
card.
It was me and you actually giving out about it
Yeah.
for like,
We were like,
a,
this
full, a
hits-
full game, and then it comes back and like does a load of work.
We were like, this hits nothing. What
Yeah.
is it doing? But once again, I mean, let's see, Francesco, he's going to have mana up for Vendilion Click, yeah, getting off his Glacial Fortress. Okay. So, he's got his Sphinx.
Yes, we do have Francesco's here.
Absolutely.
So, sure, we can go through it after game one, so we don't miss anything. As soon as we look away, stuff happens. So I
Yes.
don't want to.
What's it called? Hashtag non-horror. No, that's there's no language in there.
It's band control.
It is, yes. Let's see, is there anything interesting about it? No, it's just straight up band control.
Yeah.
Just all of the things you'd think, the Snappies, Wall of Omens, Resto Angel, Click.
Another young pyro coming down here.
He's got a Gideon Jura and 2 Sphinxes Rev. I like it. I dig it.
Serum Vision, sweet. The value.
But yeah, there's also the interesting thing as well about this Nar set is right now a lot of these control decks in Modern play a lot of creatures, like a whole bunch of them. They play Snapcasters, they play Restoration Angels.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not hard control though.
Sure.
It's kind of tempo-y.
This Nar set might be able to give us the card draw and efficiency to make a full-on control deck. Okay, I can dig that. So those aren't elemental tokens; those are soldier tokens. So you get minus style points there, Mr. Bigot.
Good question, Tommy333. I think the green is for a splash in the sideboard.
It's mostly sideboard cards. Where do we have it here? Yeah, a Sigarda.
Sigarda is the single only.
Is that it?
I'm almost certain that's it. Yeah.
He just really dislikes Liliana. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think it's for a specific matchup. Francesco was telling me about it before. I can't remember what that matchup is, but probably something that makes him sacrifice. Black.
It seems kind of needless, I'm not going to lie. I'd love to have a talk with him afterwards, see what his point is for this. By the way, I also love Wiggles, Mark Piggott, the guy on the right. He printed up his deck list with Comic Sans. Classy. So here's this Thought Scour getting his token, filling up his graveyard some more.
And draw.
Like, I feel like over time, we might have seen people take a step away from the really efficient blue-red Delver deck to play these sort of spells.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, to be...
Treasure Cruise is gone, so I just don't think that's really a deck anymore.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying, like, over time, if they weren't banned, that we might have seen these kind of Delve decks go a bit bigger, especially with Tasigur.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we'll go a bit bigger, we'll go a bit more control-y. We won't try and burn our opponents out, we'll just try and take over the board, as we can see.
Is he not running a lot of burn?
Well, he's got the 4 lightning bolts and 2 electrolytes. Not a huge amount.
Okay, yeah.
I think as well it's a kind of a... It is something you can do.
Nahope, or Nanope, yes, we have Modern every Wednesday. So we hope to see you here in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely, every Wednesday, come along. The more the merrier. We have a large amount of large foreign contingency here as well, which is always good. We're very multicultural here at the shop.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm even from Tipperary. It's mad. So we're going to see the Tech Edge come out here. So it's a weird one.
No great targets for it.
No.
I mean,
you could always stress his mana a bit, take away something so that his Tasigur is less good. You know, because now what he can do is he might be able to get to a point where he can activate Tasigur's ability and just lightning bolt. So yeah, this Restoration Angel, he's got no intention of blocking at all, unless, so we have a Vendilion Click in hand.
So we have
Path to
Clique
Exile.
and Path. Okay.
Celestial Colonnade it looks like, and I don't know what his 4th land is. So Thought Scour again. This is really showing this card's been better than I thought it would be. I mean, he's really getting to see a huge amount of cards in his deck.
Yep.
Yeah, we have Malius is saying mostly Italians. We have a good few Dutch players as well, Brazilians,
German,
absolutely, and even a few Irish here in
yeah,
Dublin.
just a couple. And we have English as well. I think.
We do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Was that a Planeswalker I saw? Is that Liliana? No, it's just mind playing tricks on me. Because Mark does play any, so he's going to Path to Exile this Tasigur. He's just letting it happen, not activating Tasigur's ability.
Interesting.
Yeah. This tells me... Actually, Mark is playing 2 Murderous Cut as well. I forgot. I mentioned that before. I like this a lot.
Yep. Absolutely fine.
1 man destroy any spell. It's funny, it's one of those spells that you could really see it saying something like destroy target non-black creature. But the fact that it doesn't, it's just...
Makes it
good.
playable.
Very playable. It's a very good card. Especially in a multi-colour set, like we could see it doing something like that. So there's this flash in, this F&M Vendilion Click. Now, let's see, Mark. He's not showing us what he has in his hand, but a pretty timely Remand or even Mana Leak would be pretty nice right here. Oh, Francesco's targeting himself, getting rid of a land. So,
No, it's non-land.
non-land. Oh,
Whoops-a-daisy.
Francesco, no.
And Bolcher Clique, oh dear.
It's all gone wrong. This is a weird one. Doesn't he have to reveal his hand? Does he? Or is it look at? I think it might be look at.
It's look at. You don't have to choose a card.
No, I know.
Yeah, but if he did choose a card, he'd have to reveal the card, but not the entire hand.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't want to give up the Spell Snare, the Gideon Jura. One of those cards. I'm not sure which he drew this turn.
Gideon Jura is pretty reasonable here, but only for a turn. Does he have Wrath? I have Francesco's actually. Do I?
No,
you
I
have.
here. Yeah, Francesco. It's funny. A lot of these decks just don't seem to be playing Wrath right now. He's got
2 Verdict and 1 Wrath there.
awesome. Yeah.
Gideon and then Path. That's it?
Yeah. I like this because I feel like a lot of these control decks aren't playing any Wraths, you know, and it feels like such a mistake.
Yeah.
So now all of Mark's creatures have to attack now. I think you leave back the Restoration Angel because
Yeah, just to block the young Pyro.
yeah, the Pyromancer has to attack, doesn't it?
I think everything has to attack Gideon.
Hold on, I want to see because it might be attacking creatures have to attack Gideon.
Okay, so
and
you might not have to attack then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that might be how it works.
I have a feeling that he forces everyone to attack him. Just that's straightforward, I think.
Worth a look.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually not in White's color pie. That's usually something that Red would do.
Yeah.
Could be wrong though. Let's have a look at Gideon. I should know. We just added him to the cube.
Well, everyone's going for Gideon.
Okay, so it must be. Hold on, let's check and make sure. Because if he didn't have to make this attack with his young Pyromancer.
He's got a replacement. Oh, Spell Snare. Spell Snare doing work again.
Yeah, they do have to attack. And yeah, you're.
Gideon's good.
Gideon is quite good. I can imagine this in a different setup with some different creatures that are more easily blocked than a bunch of 1/1s. And yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, effectively, this is going to buy. Oh, he's zeroing.
Interesting.
Get in for 10 or 9. That's a lot of damage.
Why, he becomes a 6/6?
He becomes a 6/6.
Wow.
Indestructible. If I remember correctly, human soldier.
Or probably Avatar or something like that. They usually turn into something weird, don't they?
No, he's not. He's nice and homely. Yeah, a 6/6 human soldier creature.
Cool. So, you can slot him into a soldier deck as well.
I have him in my
some
soldier deck,
plus
yeah.
1 value off him.
Oh, he's usually a 10/10 in my EDH decks.
So, 4 coming in, leaving 2 back. Okay, so I guess 1 for removal and 1 to chump.
Yeah.
Just in case. So it'll be another 3 coming in through the air, though.
Yeah.
Wow, Gideon he lets you get so much damage through.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that
They
without getting hit in the swing back.
Sure, yeah, no, he might have just swung this entire game. Yep.
Wow.
Mark just has no way of dealing with Gideon
Wow.
in a timely way. He's just, and Francesco like, I got on Gideon's back and run to victory.
Pretty good maths there from Francesco, figuring out exactly how much was needed.
So yeah, let's see what's he bringing in. So we're going to look over Francesco's sideboard. It's
Throw me Mark's one there. What
Yeah.
do you go through?
Francesco's is 1 Negate, 2 Stony Silence, 1 Batterskull, 1 Baneslayer Angel, 1 Detention Sphere, 2 Dispel, 1 Spellskite, 1 Dismember, 1 Disenchant, 2 Celestial Purge, 1 Sigarda, 1 Ventilion Click. So I'm liking Dispels, Negate, Batterskull. Think probably Spellskite as well. I mean, he does seem to be on any red-based control deck, or
Yeah.
I like to have a Spells Guide in there just to take away bolts from your face, things like that.
That's true. What else do I like there?
Just the Dispel and the Negate, really. I mean,
He has the
and the Batterskull.
opportunity of going a little bit bigger, and just
I like the Batterskull. The Baneslayer Angel, because he's playing black, it leads me to not want to play something like that can be easily dealt with, because he's got there has to be a reason he's playing black. If Francesco knows about this deck, because it has been popping up, he'll know that it does play more kill spells. It does play Terminate, it does play
so you don't like.
Murder's Cut, it plays Dismember.
Okay.
I'm not really feeling going
So
that
it's
way.
just a single card for a single card. It's not actually gaining you that much.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not.
Okay.
I like the Batterskull because it's
Yeah, because
so hard
it's
to deal with.
reusable. I like Detention Sphere because, as we saw there, Mark had at one stage must have had about 8 tokens.
That's true, actually.
D-Sphere will just swipe them all up.
No, that's good. I like that.
Dismember I like as well because of Tassiger, just that 5 toughness.
That's
so
fair.
Dismember will take care of him. Celestial Purge is another good one as well. Clique,
I don't think
I'm
you
on
want...
the fence. I like the card, but I'm not sure he's going to be the aggressor this game, although it is a nice control card as well.
Yeah.
A quick look at Mark's sideboard here. We have 2 Blood Moon, 2 Thoughtseize, 1 Dispel, 2 Echoing Truth, 2 Shatter Storm, 1 Combust, 3 Engineered Explosives, and 2 Spellskite. So immediately, anyway, Blood Moon is jumping out at me straight away.
Yeah.
Although playing a 3-color deck himself, it could be, it is a double-edged sword.
Like, Francesco's mostly a 2-color deck.
That's very true as well.
He's got
Although
2 planes and 4 islands.
Okay, that's a reasonable amount, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's Blood Moon's not terrible, but it's not really at its prime, especially because Mark is playing, like, he's only got 5 basics.
Yeah.
He's only got 3 islands, 1 mountain, and 1 swamp.
Yeah,
I mean,
this might not be the matchup for it then.
Yeah.
He's probably still going to bring it in and use it though.
I like the Thoughtseize and the Dispel.
Yeah, I like Thoughtseize, I like Dispel. Combust is pretty reasonable as well.
Yeah, it's grand.
That's probably it then. So 1 Combust, 1 Dispel, 2 Thoughtseize, and possibly the Blood Moons. We're not sure. I mean, with perfect knowledge, he probably wouldn't bring in the Blood Moons.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he saw any basics in that game.
Interesting thing as well is Mark can actually kill the Gideon with Murderous Cut. His 0 only prevents combat damage. Prevents damage from.
Yeah.
So you can just go, Murderous Cut, kill him.
Excellent. You can terminate it then as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So coming out for Mark,
What don't we like?
what isn't great?
I'm not sure how I feel about... No, actually Delver's fine.
I like all the creatures staying in.
Yeah. The Electrolyzers seem a bit...
The Electrolyze is actually okay because of... Well, we saw Clique. And Electrolyze is like the perfect Clique
yeah, it's
killer.
pretty sweet. But
he's on the play. He's on the play, so...
Are we like Romance?
Jesus, it's actually very difficult to cut anything here.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about the Romance.
Yeah, okay. I do prefer them as a 4-of card rather than splashing for Remand.
Yeah. Funny enough, Spell Snare, he didn't see... like, how many targets does Francesco have? He didn't see the Snapcaster Mages with the Wall of Omens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there's Remand and Mana Leak it hits as well. There's not a huge amount that it hits.
Yeah.
Spell Snare, it's not great.
Yeah, okay, so...
Maybe the rounds.
2 Remand, 2 Spell Snare coming out for what we were saying there, which would be Combust, Dispel, and 2 Thoughtseize. The Blood Moons are maybe, so we're not 100% sold on them.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna say I'm not liking the Blood Moons at all.
So the chat reckons that Francesco has taken out Clique, which is probably a good move.
Yeah. It was especially a feel bad. Okay, is this marked down to 5? Oh no. Where's John's? Okay, so he's got land, he's got spells. He's only got 2 land, it looks like. Off the races. Okay. Turn 1 Misty Rainforest. Fetch.
So if he goes for an island here.
Oh no. No.
Oh, he's not.
I think
Okay.
he might have realised that Thought Scour says instant.
Oh yeah.
And here's the loading screen. Yeah, I like what you were saying. No Blood Moon. I dig what he's...
Chidadi, I think it's just to show what sideboard cards came in and out. He hasn't been showing us his hand all the time or anything like that.
It's a nice thing to do. Some people do it. I mean, I like to do it whenever I'm on camera. It's just...
Yeah, at the start of a round it's fine or something like that, but not throughout the game.
No. Absolutely not.
So fetch from Mark. So probably seeing a 2-mana spell here. Francesco, I don't believe he has the snare.
Once again, here's Young Pyromancer. See, I think as well it's because Francesco isn't representing red mana. This Young Pyromancer is pretty great to come down. I mean, it just really gets under the gun of all of the So we can see he's got to negate.
He has a path.
Path to
Yeah.
exile. But I mean, that's got to feel awful. If you have to go turn 1, if you have to take 3 damage in
Yeah.
order to path.
He probably should be pathing here as well, because next turn Mark will definitely get some value. He can't let him untap.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to go for. I'll be interested to see now if he's playing around Blood Moon. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
because Mark got the 2 shocklands, I don't think he should be.
Yeah, that's a very good sign. Although he is getting a basic. He might just want to be careful of his life total here anyway.
We were saying the green is actually only for Sigarda host appearance. It's a weird one. I still want them to explain that to me.
So, end of turn path. I would like an answer to that question as well.
Because someone said Sigarda and Finks. Finks can just be done off white mana. I don't mind the idea of having more green cards in the sideboard. I mean, there's certain things that it's good with dealing with, but
Yeah. It's possible as well that this is a deck in evolution as well, so there might be cards coming in and out, green cards, from week to week.
absolutely.
But Sigarda is definitely the main one, and I'm not 100% sure what the exact matchup it's for, but it's just a great card anyway.
Yeah. I'd rather be splashing black for Lingering Souls, like I always say. If I am playing Teamer, I would splash white and black just to play Lingering Souls. That's where I want to be. Okay, so
Mortal Echo's just saying there that Abzan can't beat Sigarda.
Okay.
I mean, it can Gavany up guys pretty big and trade, but
Yeah, no.
none of the spells will be able to kill it.
But if you just have a Noble Hierarch and a Rhino attacks alone, Exalted triggers. Oh, Sigarda does nothing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I mean, if you're trading 1-for-1 card, then it does beat, I think, everything.
yeah. Wow,
But there is some nice.
negating the Thought Scour. I feel like there was
Interesting.
a mistake. I think Mark has a Lightning Bolt in hand, tapping down his only source of red for that blue
yeah.
spell. It seems like
Well, I'm not sure. He might want to wait for something to actually hit.
sure, absolutely, but I like having that option. Unfortunately, because he only has that 1 red, now he's going to play Young Pyromancer, and he has no way of capitalizing. Passing the turn. Okay. What's
He has
got?
a Dispel in hand.
Got a Dispel. I dig it. 3 mana. We looking at a click? No, it thinks. And this Dispel just not feeling very good, but it's fine. I mean, he is using his mana to get out that Young Pyromancer onto the field. The broken red 2-drop. Of course, it's in the uncommon slot and not in a rare slot. So yeah,
Texian Probu.
great card.
Yeah,
So-
love the card.
Get his token.
Wrath of God, Cryptic, Land. I think that's land.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. That's a Polluted Delta and a Celestial Colonnade, one of the promo ones. So yeah, right. So right now, Francesco is on Mono Colonnade. He is drinking the Colonnade.
I like that one. Drinking the Colonnade.
Set up his Colonnade stand. There's a Tech Edge. Tech Edge is great right here. Mark
Well, he's only 3 lands though.
No, but that's fine. I
Just keep him at 3 whenever he gets his
Absolutely.
fourth, yeah.
keep him low on land. I mean, these control matchups, they so often do come down to land.
It means he's got gas in his hand though. We know what a Bolt, we know about a Dispel. Obviously he's going to allow this to come through.
But once again, I mean, okay.
Bolt Finks.
No, I think he might just be bolting. If I were him, I'd be bolting Francisco.
I guess if he bolts the Finks, he gets to attack with his tokens,
Sure.
you know?
Okay, so now Francesco's wondering, do I want to cryptic this? The fun thing about this at end of turn is that tapping down his creatures does nothing. So yeah, he's just letting. Oh yeah, no, he did hit the Sphinx. You're right.
Mark possibly trying to bait out that cryptic there because he has the dispel.
Yeah, I think as well he wants to just make that Wrath of God really not good, because I mean getting the Sphinx back from the Wrath of God is just not where you want to be.
So the tokens will come across. Still no land drawn.
Yeah. So is that
If that's another probe, I like hitting that other probe. I like doing that. Oh, he's got a Tasker.
you just can't play it.
Why? Oh, because of cryptic. But he can play it, and if he has
Cryptic.
spell.
No, Cryptic.
Oh,
and
because of Wrath.
Wrath of God.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He can't play it and Dispel. Dispel is only instant though, so I guess he's trying to wait, find his mana leak.
I mean, the board as is, apart from the colonnades, I like the Pyromancer ahead of the Sphinx.
It's in position for him.
Okay, so the Sphinx coming across represents a number of things.
He's blocking.
Murderous Cut. Yeah, it is Murderous Cut. Leaving the bolt. I like leaving the bolt.
Okay, getting his token.
See, this now makes the Wrath of God an awful lot better.
So he's Crypticing.
Oh wow, this could be pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know his mark. And here's the Dispel.
Spell. Forget his.
This is fantastic. Merrick now with 6 power on the field.
Yeah.
Francesco all tapped out and nowhere to go. Wow. This is great. Great play there from Wiggles. Fantastic. Now, Francesco still has a huge amount of life to play around with, but I mean, if you think about it, Wiggles has done all of this with just one card, with just Young Pyromancer. I mean, really showing off the power of it, showing it can still see play in the right deck. No, he exiled 4. He had 5 cards in the graveyard, exiled 4, left the lightning bolt.
We hope so, anyway.
No, I'm almost 100% sure he did. So, and really, Francesco now is priced into this Wrath of God, which is pretty much a 1-for-1.
I think Punky Foo was probably like a bad bait. He knew the hand, and he wanted to try and get Cryptic out of the hand. So by blocking, he's offering his Pyromancer up for trade, and by showing that he's willing to kill it with Murderous Cut, he's forcing Francesco to do something.
Yeah. Because even if the Murderous Cut gets
by no means is it a great play, but it's got an angle.
Yeah, I think it was a fake out that worked. I mean, you're right. Francesco didn't need to use the Cryptic command there. But he felt priced into it.
Bobo, after this game, I'll call out the Grixis list now.
Yeah. I called it out at the start, but we'll call it out again.
Yeah.
So here's the Snapcaster. Was that just an
No, that was end of turn. He bolted.
Okay. I dig it.
Snap bolt.
The classic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we can see this Grixis deck just a bit more down and dirty. There's 2 lands. Feel like these colonnades are going to be doing a lot of work blocking. Mark drew a Delver. Decent draw. Do you play it out here? I think yeah. Oh, Thought Scour.
Okay. Now he wants to hit the land off Thought Scour.
I like
draw. Did he get it?
Hassiger. Oh.
Okay. He's got Tass. Excellent.
And he feels like, yeah, I can go for it here. What do you leave in? Yeah, leave in the Young Pyromancer and the Cryptic. No, he's leaving the Thought Scour. Does he know how this card works? Hold on, let me see what he's Going.
Yeah, one more card. Yeah.
So
Okay.
he left in Serum Visions, and did he leave in Murderous Cut, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and the Delver. So he's tech edging away that land, getting
Okay.
rid of the red source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Another
6.
tech edge from Francesco, I think.
I'm not sure if like right now he's got
Or
potential
no,
potential of 9 damage coming through. But I mean, if Francesco drew the, what's he have?
oh,
here?
he got a Finks there.
It's a good draw. It's a very strong draw.
So, is Delver going to flip? Flip, flip, flip. Flippity flip. No.
Something I'm wondering as well. Does he have any? No, he doesn't have any creeping tar pits. Ah. Mark has no manlands. I would have liked to have seen a single creeping tar pit. Card I'm a big fan of. I feel like you could afford 1 or 2 in this deck. Okay, playing the land. Pass turn. This is good. He's going to be able to activate Tasker end of turn.
If he remembers.
I hope he does. Because otherwise, he's playing Tasker for all the wrong reasons. Okay, let's see. Okay, so
Is
activating.
Colonnade coming in? It is.
Colonnade's coming in. Mark is on only 9 life.
Yeah.
I mean, and he doesn't, and he's out of cards in hand. He's got no way of fighting this Colonnade. I mean,
Tass. Tass. Tass.
do it.
Oh, murderous cut.
But
Oh, wow.
like I said, now
So he's getting Serum Visions.
Serum Visions or Thought Scour, one or
Yeah.
the other.
I think I like giving Serum Visions.
Or even the Dispel. Like, I mean,
Well, maybe. No, he's got Cryptic in his hand. He's not giving Dispel.
I love that little tilt of a Cryptic. He's giving him.
What?
I think he's just like, this doesn't matter. He has to draw something right now.
Oh, Delver, flip, will you? Come on.
No, that's a land. I think for Francesco has this. No, he's
Well, he's still a point off.
still 1 point off. I mean,
I would go in
I'd
with the
swing
Delver
with
there.
everything.
No, I think I'd keep the Snapcaster back just to block the Finks. But
oh sure. Okay, yeah, he's. Yeah, I forgot Francesco's still on a pretty high life total. He's on 11.
oh, this could be just. Does he have enough mana to tap team? No, he doesn't. Tap team and activate Colonnade. No. There she is. There she is herself.
That's difficult card. This is what the green splash was for.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yep, you can't deal with this. And Wiggles is like, I
get
can't
another
deal with
Tasker.
that. Thoughtseize lightning bolt.
So
There you go. There's that Thoughtseize.
do you play it? You probably do, like. Because you're going to die anyway. Okay, he's got a flying blocker, though, now.
Okay.
But he still can't attack.
No. He can't attack. He can't block very well. It's a pretty-
Main phase Thought Scarer, probably.
It's a pretty sad position he's in right now. Wow, are we undervaluing Sigarda? Is Fabrizio on to a winner? Is he just like, yeah, actually, I think Sigarda is just the best card right now in Modern. This is what you want to be doing at 5 mana. God, why do they keep turning the cards sideways? This is infuriating. Well, there's this thing in Magic, right, where you have to tap the cards, which is turning it 90 degrees counterclockwise in order to represent that it's doing something. I know it's tough. In Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't do it. They do things sideways and face down and all these sort of things.
I
It's
don't think you
nonsense.
even have to do it 90 degrees anymore. I think it's less than that. So I've seen loads of people just doing this little tap, and I was
Oh, I
like,
hate
come on,
that.
come on, man, tap it. He goes, no, this is all I have to tap it. I was like, oh, jeez.
So some people do this in Magic. Yeah, it's awful. These are the kind of people as well who play their lands in
2-0 Francesco.
2-0 to Francesco.
Yeah, Sigarda, massive there.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that was unfortunate.
Good game, good game.
Absolutely. Francesco's 2-0. Mark going 1-1. So we're going to as well see who else is doing well. That might have been fast enough. We might be able to get another person on the backup feature. I'll run out and see if we can. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You keep talking. Use my.
Yeah, I might just throw up another spoiler here quickly and see what's going on. Let's see now.
Talk about there's the green red guy who he does 1 damage to things. If you've got a way of giving death touch.
How do I work this?
Oh. Press Control T there.
Control T.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it
make a new
opens up
tab. Okay, cool. Get you, damn it, is what Malleus says. Malleus. I recognise that name from a game from years ago called Masters of Magic, which is not related at all to Magic the Gathering. And Malleus was a hero that you could hire or summon. I wonder if it's the same character you got your name from. Probably not. Nobody knows that game. Just getting Gatherer, Mythic Spoiler up here, because that's where we've been checking the spoilers from. Okay, so Dragon Lord Silumgar. Are we liking him? Are we not liking him? He is 4 a blue and a black for a 3/5 body who is flying and death touch. So 6 mana for 3/5 flying and death touch. 3/5 flying. It's not great. His ability though, when he comes into play, gain control of target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control Silumgar. So he is a control magic with a 3/5 flying death touch body. So if you want to take the price of control magic, which is, I think it's 4 mana total converted mana cost, and that's just to take creatures, we're looking at a 2 mana 3/5 flying death touch, which is pretty reasonable. Now that's one way of breaking it down. I mean, you can't really break down cards in that fashion, but he's still he's something. I think he probably gets some play.
What's this?
Just talking about Silumgar, Dragon Lord Silumgar.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been thinking about it more and more. There's a lot of planeswalkers in the format right now, and potentially there might even be more. We have yet to see the new Sarkhan. He could be also very playable. They can never ultimate a planeswalker. They can never get even close to it.
Yeah.
Which is great. If you have a singleton of this in a whip deck, it might be even the kind of thing you need to break the game open. You're just like, okay, I'm going to take away one of your creatures. You know.
Right. So
it's a giant sower of
Yeah.
temptation.
Yeah, well,
how could it be bad?
Control magic, Sour Temptation. Yeah, and it takes planeswalkers, which is actually very, very cool.
Cannot be killed by Elspeth. Dodges a bunch of stuff. It's awesome.
That is really relevant, actually. The Elspeth thing.
It's extremely relevant.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Yeah, this guy, the Harbinger of the Hunt. This is here's the problem. It's only got 3 toughness, and it's 5 mana, so it's not great. But the potential upside, if your deck is correct, 3 mana, a red and a green, so it's 5 mana in total. It's a 5/3 with flying. 1 red and 2 colorless. Harbinger of the Hunt deals 1 damage to each creature without flying, and 1 green and 2 colorless deals 1 damage to each other creature with flying. Now, what do you do with this card?
Nykthos?
Give it Death Touch.
Oh, okay.
Using
kill their
Bow of
team.
Nylea,
Okay.
one-sided board wipes.
Yeah,
No,
well-
not one-sided. You just wipe the whole board.
Just
But
make
that's-
sure all your guys are flying, so that you don't get any of your own
Absolutely.
guys.
Make sure all your guys are flying.
I'm right. I'm down with that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the combination of Is It Static Caster and the Soul Bond Death Touch guy. Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
absolutely, absolutely.
Just pinging everything on the board. It
So
was
this
great.
is what people are propositioning. It mightn't work because, yeah, it's going to want to go into that green red Nykthos deck, and you're going to have a load of mana dorks, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll kill all of my dorks. And he's a 5/3 who's really easy to be killed.
Yeah.
But I think it's neat. It's cute. It's fun enough. So we're actually on to round 3 here. We're going to have Dave Glennon versus, who do we have there on the right?
I'm not sure. Maybe Sander?
Oh, it could be Sander.
I can't tell. I can't recognize
Let's
everyone's
see.
hands yet.
It is Sander.
Yeah?
Yes. Because
It must be, because there's a Blightsteel and some other
Absolutely.
random bits in there.
so Sander is playing spaghetti and meatballs effectively.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
I
name.
don't know if he has his list.
Because yeah, it looks like he's changed it from last week.
I'm almost certain that Sander didn't give us a list. Actually, yes, I am certain. I asked him for his list, and he laughed and said, I have no list.
Right in your face,
Yeah.
like a scumbag. Okay. Do we have we do have
It's possible this is like a game 2 or game 3, rather than the next round.
no, it's
Oh,
not.
it is the next round?
It is the next round.
Okay, cool.
The last one went pretty quick. Glenn did hand us in a list though. Do you have it there?
Yep, possibly.
So yeah, this is the Grixis control deck that he was playing.
Grixis, hell yeah.
Grixis, how yeah, great deck. So yeah, this is different. Last week, so I'm gonna call out. This is the one where myself and Dan got very excited because he hard cast Gristlebrand.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching that game.
It was great. So we have 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Snapcaster Mage, 3 Terminate, 4 Remand, 3 Spreading Seas, 4 Electrolyze, 2 Erebos God of the Dead, 3 Cryptic Command, 3 Phyrexian Obliterator, 2 Cruel Ultimatum, 2 Gristlebrand. Yeah, that is
So-
the deck.
You basically try and survive until...
Crystalbrand or Cruel Ultimatum, yes. And you know what? It works.
I don't know, man.
No, I know. I'm the exact same. I was just like, this looks sketchy. This looks extremely sketchy.
does.
But
four,
it's been
four bolts. 4 bolts. Okay, so he's got some reasonable early removal. 3 terminates, 4 remands. I
Now-
guess if you're not out of the kind of gates immediately, then it will get you.
I'm gonna sit him down though. I like the idea of the deck. I'm gonna sit him down. I'm gonna say, okay, Glennon, you see these Ereboses? They need to be Outpost Sieges. Do you see these Phyrexian Obliterators? They need to be Tassigers. I know it's... See, he brought these Phyrexian Obliterators for a particular deck, and he's like, I'm going to use these.
Yeah.
In every deck I play in Modern, I'm going to use these and get my value out of them. And I'm like,
He was telling me that he just likes the 2-card kind of combo.
of Erebos and
Yeah,
Phyrexian Obliterators. Okay, so what?
Which is reasonable. So what have we got? We've got Ultimatum, lots of land.
A Remand, I think.
Terminate, Spreading Seas. Okay, so it's not actually that bad.
Spreading Seas has been doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot more than I thought it would, which is very funny.
Sander brought these white bordered revised lands in, specially to aggravate Dan.
And
So
Dan's
I
not
hope,
here.
I hope that. No, I'd say I'm sure he's watching.
He better be
Oh,
watching.
I'm sure he is.
He's fuming.
Yeah. Probably cursing Sander to high hell. So, fetch.
Why does everyone call Dave Derek? No one calls Dave Derek. We call him Glennon because his name is David Glennon, and we have about 50 Davids in the shop. Look at those full art term. Oh,
I thought that had to be non-basic. You can just
No.
enchant any land.
Any land is an
What?
island now.
I was like, oh no, Sander has loads of basics, so the Spreading Seas.
He's like, got it. Got my green source again. Wrecked.
Punky Poo, Glennon gets Grizzlebrand into play by casting it.
7 mana
Yeah.
or 8 mana on the
Yeah.
field. Tap them sideways. Get a Gristlebrand. Can't stop. Won't stop.
It's
Amazing.
something.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan.
Oh, here he is, the tepid goose, watching and cursing.
That's
Let's see another white bordered land come out now from this fetch. Come on, Sander, get a white border out there. Yes, yes.
His name is actually Derek.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. He hates
What?
his name, so everyone just calls him Dave. But I mean, sure, I'll call anyone whatever they want.
I feel like he's been lying to me. I have him as a friend on Facebook. I don't let many people do that. My God, who is this impersonator? This Derek? I know. Can't be friends with a Derek. I'm sorry, Glenn. It's over between you and me. We could have been friends. We could have had something, but you lied to me.
So that was chat. The chat is interested in knowing Dave Glennon's real name for some reason. So
Okay.
remand on the chalice.
I assume that was Charles for 1.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, doesn't actually affect Dave's list very much. I mean, it stops his lightning bolt, and that's about it. I think that Dave wanted to just use his mana, draw his card. Oh, he's got his lightning bolt in hand, so it's like, yeah. Next turn, if
The chat want themselves called particular names now.
that's not how it works. And there's the Phyrexian Obliterator.
He just sits back after he casts it.
And he's just
Yeah.
like, go for it. How do you deal with this?
Yeah.
You've got a Siege Rhino, my guy's bigger and destroys you. You've got a Lightning Bolt, my thing is massive and destroys you.
Okay, the facts coming in from serious business here. Dave's middle name is Derek, and he only found out when he was 12. That's outrageous. It's brilliant. Huntmaster of the Fells coming down now, getting back to life and getting a little wolf.
Where's that wolf?
That's what wolves sound like.
They do.
Yeah.
I was raised by wolves. I know for a fact that that's the sound they make.
In Rome,
In Rome,
with your brother.
with my brother Remus. Wait, which was the crap one? One of them was crap and died.
No, they're both great. One killed the other.
Yeah, the crap one killed the crap one died. Who's the crap one? I'm the one who killed. That's why I'm still here in Dublin with my thick country accent. Okay, so yeah, once again, we've just seen this Phyrexian Obliterator is just extremely hard to deal with. For any non-black deck out there, it's just, how do you deal with this thing?
Well, from Sanders' deck, he can...
Through the breach, Emrakul.
Exactly, yes. And Huntmaster is certainly good at trying to stay alive.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he can't block very well. It's
But he should be attacking for 2 now, I think. No?
yeah. I mean, you're never blocking. You're just not. That's just not something you're going to do.
So the chat is bringing in the more facts here. Romulus killed Remus, apparently.
Then I'm Romulus. It's all about the fake names tonight here.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have we got? And look, Dave's up to 7 land. We are
Yeah.
7 out of 8
Yeah.
on the hard casting Gristlebrand counter. I want to actually have a dice beside his land, just with 7 like a storm dice. Just how many land I haven't played. Is that a cruel ultimatum he has
wow,
as well?
look at his hand. His hand is stacked. 2 terminates, a bolt, at least 1 bolt, and
Cruel ultimatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just cruel ultimatum. He's just like, yeah, wrecked.
so Cruel Ultimatum is
They
draw.
lose.
Okay, go on.
They lose 3 life,
Is it 3 only?
discard 3 cards, sacrifice a creature. You get to draw 3 cards, gain 3 life.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good card. It does a lot.
Yeah. And he's got bolt, terminate left in his hand. Pretty nice.
Must be nice. Amazing.
So
How do you
Sander
lose?
is still keeping his head above water here. He's got life. Okay, here we go. Another ultimatum, a Grizzlebrand, and a land. The land he needed or whatever. So
Absolutely. See, this is what, like, has he made a believer out of you? Has he done it? So yeah, cruel ultimatum. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards, and loses 5 life. You return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, draw 3 cards, and gain 5 life. I don't think did he have a creature to return?
no.
So
But I don't think he cares about that part that
no,
much.
who cares? It's fine.
So yeah, all those lands are tapped.
This is our complaint of this kind of sideways
Cruel,
tap.
Cruel Ultimatum doesn't like untap all your lands after you cast it.
And there's this Bailoff out.
Clenna getting in Sanders' head there.
He's just like,
I'm
help.
1 mana away from you know what. So
Take two.
Yeah.
Doesn't care. I gained life off Cruel Ultimatum. I can afford this.
bash, bash, bash.
Sander's on 5.
Taking 3 trample, and we'll have to sack two permanents.
Oh.
So Baloth and Chalice being sacrificed.
There's Gristlebrand. And Sander's just like, yeah, thumbs up, whatever.
He needs a miracle here.
And that is a land. Miracle count 0.
He forgot to tick that down.
No.
It's over anyway.
Okay, so I keep complaining about this Phyrexian Obliterator. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's good enough. Maybe just a lot of decks just can't deal with it.
So, we don't have Sanders' list, but what's coming in for Dave?
Okay, so in his sideboard he has 2 Dreadbore, 3 Rakdos Charm, 4 Inquisition of Kozilek, 3 Bidimus Blasts. Do you remember what that does?
No.
5 mana, deal 4 damage to target creature, Cascade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it hits a lot. And 3
Interesting.
Vendilion Click. Now,
Clique. I definitely want Clique here.
if Dave knows what deck Sander's playing,
Yeah. I see Sander with boils in his sideboard.
Yes.
White bordered boils.
I bordered
He said to me before the tournament, he showed me them, he goes, nobody's playing islands against me.
This is just not only I may play islands. Oh no! Do you know what's hilarious about this?
Spreading seas.
Spreading
Yeah.
seas.
He won't bring it in, I don't think. I don't think he's going to bring it in against Glennon. There's just not enough islands.
No, but that's hilarious.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, oh, next turn I get to boil, and Glenn's just like, spreading seas, one of your things. Draw a
Yeah.
card, and it's like, I am the captain now.
I'm not. What is this? That's not the first person to say that
There's
today.
a movie, it was Captain Phillips, I think it is, with Tom Cruise, and the famous line is a bunch of
Oh.
Somalian pirates take over his ship,
It's,
and just one of the guys just goes, look me in the eyes. I am the captain now. So Glenn and Andy have been saying it to each other.
It's not Tom Cruise though. It's
Not a Tom Hanks.
Philadelphia. Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Philadelphia, Mr. Philadelphia himself. Of all the movies.
Yeah,
Not Forrest Gump, not anything. Philadelphia. Nice. It is.
That shows my age, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's probably his most acclaimed movie. My favorite.
Forrest Gump, surely.
Okay, yeah. No, well, that was the one he won an Oscar for, though, wasn't it? Philadelphia. It's funny because we got shown.
I like the pronunciations here. I am day captain now.
I am the captain now. I love that we got showed Philadelphia in religion class, and of course all I could think was, wait a minute, aren't you meant to hate gay people? And I'm like, how could you hate Antonio Banderas? He's so lovable.
Is he gay?
No, he was the boyfriend though.
Oh right. I thought you meant just when you use like the character, not the character name and stuff like.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I do not have IMDb knowledge of characters' names. So yeah.
So I think Sander might have taken out a Huntmaster. He's although he's left it face down, I think we can guess that he might have taken it out.
Doesn't quite have enough sleeves. And we can see there some wild defiances left by Mark.
Oh, does that mean he's dropped?
He's dropped. He
Oh,
went
no.
to 0-2 drop.
No.
The Infect
I
deck.
wanted Infect on flipping camera.
I know. It's funny. It feels like it's a really good deck, but I think it's probably one of the hardest decks to play right now.
Yeah, I know he was looking for a couple of cards that he didn't get. So it wasn't at full strength either.
No. It was mostly sideboard cards. Actually, there was Might of Old Crosses he was missing, so I gave him 2 Groundswell.
Groundswell is really good though anyway. But
It's close. It's not quite there, but it's close.
yeah. So game 2, we'll see Sander on the play, which is definitely where he wants to be. He has, just from memory, he has Search for Tomorrow. He has the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Tribe Elder, yeah.
He has Through the Breaches. I'm not sure how much interaction he has.
No.
Does he just try and assemble the combo and that's it?
Yeah, pretty much what this is it's the regular Scape Shift deck,
Yeah.
but they took out all of the blue,
Yeah.
so you'd actually have more mountains for your Scape Shift, for your Valakut,
Yeah.
but also you get to play Through the Breach and summoning traps in order to get through.
Yeah. And you played Primetime as well?
Yes, you
Yeah.
get to play Prime Time. So you can actually
So
potentially...
you can combo off.
There we go. 3 Through the Breaches in his main
Yeah,
hand.
you don't want to see that.
Oh, you do. You can draw into it. It's fine. Damn it. Sander, keep it.
So has Glennon showed us his hand? No, he hasn't. He has at least 3 land, I think. An ultimatum, bolt. Is that a cryptic? He plays cryptic and obliterator in the same deck.
Yes. Because
This
Glennon,
man is living the dream.
he doesn't care. He's
He
just
is
like,
living the dream.
He's like, I'll find it. It's fine. Actually, how many? Let's see. How many things does he have? And he only has 8 fetches. Only 8 fetches. Always get like everything produces black mana except for his 1 swamp.
That
Oh,
doesn't
and-
produce black mana?
Sorry,
Do you mean blue mana?
his 1
Or-
island.
yeah.
And his 1 steam vents.
Okay.
Those are the only things that don't produce black mana.
And how many things do we have producing blue here?
We have 1 island, 1 steam vents, 3 drowned catacombs,
Okay.
4 watery graves.
And 8 fetches, so
8 fetches.
it's actually not horrible.
It's not great.
It is ambitious playing cryptic though. If you want to be searching for water
He's got 17 blue sources in the deck if you include the fetches.
Yeah, fair
That's-
enough. Yeah, that is actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay.
Just breaking all the rules here,
Yeah.
isn't he? He's like,
He's like, whatever, I can
yeah,
do what I
he's
want.
going to play Kikajiki, Phyrexian Obliterator, Cryptic Command.
Just whatever. He's like,
Yeah,
I'll play
yeah.
5 colours. I don't care. I've got fetches. No one in this shop plays burn for some reason.
Oh, they do.
Who's playing it?
Dogan's on burn.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I think he did okay last week as well.
Yeah, usually he's a Storm player. But I think he's been
Yeah,
disenfranchised from Storm.
He was giving me some pointers about Storm actually the last day, so I definitely have to change up the sideboard. My sideboard was all over the place. It's the White Mountain, specially for Dan.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah,
So Sander is actually, if he plays Sakura Elder here, he is laughing. I think he might have Farseek in his hand as well.
does he?
Maybe.
Does the deck play
I thought something was there.
No, that's a Chalice of the... Oh, it is a Farseek.
So,
yeah.
Farseek,
Chalice of the
Reclamation,
Void.
Huntmaster Sage. So
He Farseeks. It's
Huntmaster
fine.
Sage. Yeah, excellent.
I like. He seems to be shaking his hand as if to say, "What is this?
Yeah,
what
this
am I
is-
doing
this
with
is
my
fine.
life?" And
This
I'm like,
is absolutely fine.
"Yeah, you get your fetch, or you get your shock land.
Right.
Next turn, Searcher Tomorrow comes in, sorts you out."
I remember from playing Sander last week that he has Slaughter games in the sideboard, or had it at least. Now he didn't fetch up a black source here, so it leads me to believe that either he didn't side it in, or has maybe just taken it out of the list completely.
Yeah, he was only playing black for that sideboard
Yeah.
slaughter games.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I've seen plenty of Tron players do it as well.
It just feels a bit. Yeah.
I mean, if you do have a matchup that is that bad,
Yeah. No,
by all
that's-
means, splash for it. It's fine. And we saw Francesco's splash for green working out really well as well. Another sideboard card. So Dave's having a little think here. He has fingered the spreading seas to the top there. So
Just passing.
okay,
turn.
not passing. Some might be holding up remand. Yeah.
No man leaks. Only remands. Go on, Dave. Bounce it back to his hand.
Oh yes.
Show no mercy.
Yes.
Nah, he's letting himself.
Yeah. Because there might be something else coming.
Well, this is fine.
It's so good the way he puts it in untapped as well.
Yeah. No, it has to. Oh,
Yeah.
apparently Sanders a bit salty. He's not been finding the through the breach with his Emrakul in hand. Okay, no, he's just the black splash.
I'd be inclined to not play anything here. He's
Wow.
doing it for 2.
Chalice for 2.
So Glennon doesn't have.
I think you remand this, right? No, he's letting it.
Maybe he doesn't have command at all. Like, maybe he's holding it up for like terminate or something like that.
He's got lightning bolts. Do you bolt his face?
But it's for 2, so he doesn't have to bolt there at all. Maybe
No,
he's just
no,
getting the
it's-
damage underway.
Yeah, he's just
Might
using
have to
his mana.
discard or something.
Is that it? He does. He's got Bidimus Blast in hand. Fantastic. The full art one with the angel getting all messed up. Great.
You sure that wasn't Terminate? Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
he does have full art
I know.
Terminates as well.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
he
you know
full
your
arts
stuff.
everything, yeah.
You know your janky stuff.
No, it's great. We were
It's
just
not jank. It's actually good, is it?
last week. We were just like, "What is this card? What's it doing?" But it gets everything. Like it. Think about it. He Bidimus Blast, which kills one of his creatures. So let's say the Huntmaster, and he gets to get Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Mage, Terminate. Remand is probably the worst card he can hit. Spreading Seas, Electrolyze, Erebos, Cryptic Command, which doesn't have to counter spells, guys. It can just bounce a thing or tap things and draw a card.
So,
It can get him Phyrexian Obliterator.
Sander has turned off 4, 7, 11, 14. Are there any more 2-mana spells there?
No.
He shut off 14 cards.
14 cards.
And he was salty, apparently.
But there's a Phyrexian Obliterator. And I think that Sander is just like, damn, how do I deal with
I'm
this?
not sure the Obliterator can attack safely, though, because...
Can, absolutely can. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It depends what
it's
Dave's like.
better him staying on defense, is what I mean, because there's potentially a lot of damage coming back against him.
Well, next turn, if Dave has the land, he does get to Bidimus Blast something, probably the Huntmaster. So what's he got in hand? That's
Tell me about that card again. Voluminous Blast.
Bidimus Blast.
Bilimus.
Bitumus.
Bitumus.
Yes.
Bitumus.
Bitumus Blast. It is 1 red, 1 black, 3 colorless. Deal 4 damage to target creature. Proliferate. Or not
Cascade.
proliferate. Cascade.
Okay, so 5 mana and probably get something else worth using.
Yes.
So 4. Oh, it can cascade into Obliterator.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So,
So 3 to breach.
Into
Prime
a prime
time.
now this is the great thing about Obliterator. It never gets outmatched. If he wants to block with a prime time, you go great.
So prime
Sack 6
time-
things. So
Gets the ETB trigger from Through the Breach. Has haste, so when it attacks, we'll get another 2 ETB trigger.
Yes.
Or 2, triggers. So he's gone for Valakut and Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's. Does it do damage? No, it needs.
I think what he should have done is actually got 2 Valakuts, and next turn when he attacks, he gets to get
Well,
2
he's
mana.
attacking now, though.
No, he's not. He just cast it.
No, I think he threw the breach, didn't he?
No, he just cast it.
Why is there through the breach in the graveyard?
Oh, sorry, he threw the breach. Yes, you're absolutely right.
So he's going to get 4 lands in total this
But
turn.
he should have got 2. What's it?
Valakuts
2
now.
Valakuts, because what he has is he's already got, without that other mountain, he's got 4 mountains on the field. Then when he attacks, he can get another 2 mountains. They both come in and both Valakuts trigger.
Yeah.
So he could actually have done 12 damage,
Okay.
rather than now where he'll only get to do 6.
Yeah.
So that was a big mistake, I feel.
Does he even attack? Do you think he attacks? Okay, he's attacking.
Yeah.
That answered that question. Well, Glennon might not be able to block. Like, Sander can kill the Obliterator with the Valakut triggers if he wants.
But if he does, he has to deal 3 damage to him.
Yeah,
And
I need to sack 3 permanents. But like, he's blocking the prime time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
6.
5 damage, so 5 permanents.
Oxy's got trample, sure.
Whereas if you Valakut the
Oh, and he's going to sacrifice all of these. Okay. So it's only 5 permanents. So what's he getting rid of? He's getting rid of a land, a Titan.
Chalice, Huntmaster, and Token.
No,
and
he's
1
getting rid of a
Valakut.
Valakut. Yeah,
He's keeping the Chalice. Good call, I think.
Yeah.
Very good call.
I like that one. So Glenn is on 7 life, Sander's on 14. Sander having... What do you have in hand, did you see? It was a green card.
I didn't see.
Is it
Oh, it's
not?
Scape Shift. It's Scape Shift in his hand.
Oh. Pretty dead right here.
Yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, depending on how many mountains he has in his deck. Like...
Oh, Cryptic is there. He does have Slaughter Games.
Naming...
Naming Cryptic.
Hey!
Can't
Can't
be
be
countered.
countered.
But it still happens and he gets to draw a card.
Yeah.
Counter and bounce the chalice. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Not the worst. So,
No, the
Yeah,
Solar
he's in-
Games is in the graveyard.
where did he put it? Did he put it back into his
Yeah,
hand?
it's in his hand.
That's
He-
not how that
no,
works.
he'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Xander is a good judge of character. Yeah, there we go.
What did he name it, do you think? We'll find out now.
Cryptic, because he just exiled his Cryptic that was in his graveyard.
Oh, did he? Yeah, okay, cool.
Because, yeah, so what I think he's going to
Have
do...
another look around. What's there? What's interesting?
So I think what he has now... he's like, damn it, there was a
next
Phyrexian
card.
Obliterator on top.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, that was correct, Bob. Bituminous Blast. Wizards loves their dodgy named cards. So let's see. So I guess what he does is he just scape shifts for 3 mountains. Spreading Seas the Valakut.
Lovely.
Oh, Dave doesn't know how lucky he just got right there. Because if he...
How many Valakuts are in the deck?
No, it doesn't matter because he can just scape shift for 3. He can just sacrifice 3 of his other mountains, get 3 other mountains,
Yeah, I
and
know.
just 9 them.
But what I mean is, if there's enough Valakuts in the deck, he can use the Valakut that's
I think he only has
spreading
2.
seized as a... And he sacrificed one already.
sacked one
so
already.
He actually doesn't have the Valakut at all,
Yeah.
at all now.
Nope.
Wow, that's harsh.
That's spreading seas. Dodging bullets.
So, I mean, he can still just go through the breach, whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, he doesn't have it. Does he have it through the breach in hand?
No, but I mean, that's like what he has to play to now.
Yeah, he has to find 2 combo pieces. I mean,
And he can just cast Primeval.
is that another spreading seas? Dave C is just... or-
Yeah. What'll I
Dave
take? Take the Black Source,
Yeah,
probably.
I think you take the Blood Crypt. Just it's the only thing that's relevant. Look at that, another. It's gonna take 2, go to 5.
Probably wants to get the Electrolyze out of his hand, get a card.
It's playing a risky
There's
business.
the prime time. Slam it.
Scape shift. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has another Valakut in his. I mean, like right now with. If he Valakuts correctly, if he does have a Valakut in his deck, he's going to need to get that and 3 other mountains. So he's only sacrificing those 4. So yeah, he's got to get a Valakut and 3 other mountains. Don't scoop. Where's his Valakut? Okay.
there
He
we
has
go.
3 Valakuts
Yeah,
in his deck.
Excellent. So nicely done by Sander there. We thought for a moment that he had kind of buried himself there, but he got out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he might have shuffled the Spreading Seas into his deck though.
Well, they're different sleeves, so I hope he hasn't. No, I don't think he has.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, because I think he slid it back to him because he sacrificed the Valakut. That was a good match. That was a good play. Wow, having the 3rd Valakut in his deck really saved
I'm
him.
sure he was.
knew,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like,
It's just I know last week he was playing this deck. He only had 2.
yeah.
I know this specifically because he didn't write them down in his deck
Oh,
list.
that's right,
And we
yeah.
were like,
Scape Shift without Valakut.
I hope he has Valakut. Actually, as a side note, they've changed the Legacy Cube online.
Oh, yeah.
Randy Bueller has made some questionable changes. I can say it's.
Well, in Randy we trust. He is awesome.
This has made me question his awesomeness.
Do it. Come on, hit me with it.
He put in Valakut and Scape Shift. Nope.
Why not?
It's because you have to be. It's a like he talked about. What did he take out? He took out Show and Tell, and I think Oath of Druids, because he was, or not Oath of Druids, something else. Show and Tell and something else that he were like, these cards are traps. They're
Yeah.
like you have to build a really specific deck,
Yeah.
and then he puts in Valakut and Scape Shift, and I'm like, well done, man. You just put in 2 other traps. Like, what are you doing? And like,
Well, that's not necessarily true because you'll play Valakut and mono red,
sure,
and if you have some weird kind of lands, you might be tempted by Escape Shift as well, just so you can
Maybe.
tutor them into play.
I'm not a big,
Obviously, you do want them both together, and they're not great
Yeah.
apart.
but even together they're not too great because like you have to have a really specific deck. It has to be really heavy red with a bit of enough green for and it's just like I feel like it's a thing like you'll pick them up and you'll go ooh, I might play this,
Yeah.
and then you never will. You'll throw them out.
Where did you read that anyway?
It was up today.
Okay.
He made a bunch of changes, took out a bunch of the mono black aggro stuff and which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay